Welcome to Seasonal Flow Yoga with me, Sarah. Today's practice is for Beltane, for the end of spring, the height of spring and the very start of summer. You'll need a yoga block or a book or a firm small cushion, and ideally a yoga bolster or maybe 2 or 3 pillows just for a bit of support through the practice. Taking your time to come down onto your back, keeping the knees bent to start with while you check in with your low back. Remember, all cues are invitations. If anything does not feel right for your body, your mind, your breath today, then have full permission to leave it and to just take what serves you from this offering. You could keep your knees here, or it may feel nice to extend your legs out, nice and wide, arms falling away from the body. I'm using a pillow under my head to bring a bit of length through the back of the neck. Letting your body sink into the support of your mat, of the earth. Let your pelvis feel heavy, your shoulder girdle feel heavy, your head, your feet, your hands, your elbows, all heavy and supported. Just notice if there's any areas of tension that you need to tend to in your practice today. And remembering not to push to any extreme stretch. These practices are very gentle to allow us to activate our parasympathetic and bring about rest and digest. Perhaps you wish to set an intention for practice or for these weeks around the early summer, themes of growth, of creativity, of connection, maybe areas you wish to explore. Perhaps setting an intention now to provide and seek opportunity for growth. Softly and gently bringing the feet to the floor and the knees in over the chest. Maybe rocking from side to side, perhaps letting your head roll in the opposite direction, keeping it loose and gentle, nice and soft. And we'll take a few breaths of Apanasana, so bringing the palms of the hands to the knees. As we inhale, we'll draw the knees away, extending the arms. As we exhale, we bend those elbows and bring the knees in over the chest. A couple more. Inhaling, knees away. Exhaling, knees back over the chest. Last one. Inhaling, knees away. Exhaling, knees back in. Maybe taking some circles of the knees over the hips. And after you've taken maybe 2 or 3 in one direction, then just reverse and take the other direction. And then letting that go, placing the feet back down. We'll come to take up space on the mat, representing this growth period at Beltane. Arms out to the sides like a star. We may choose to stretch into our hands and our heels just a little way, but not to that full extent. If it feels nice to, you might want to bring your right leg next to your left leg or even cross it over. And it may feel nice to bend your right elbow, place it down behind you, maybe onto the support of your pillow or block, and then letting that other arm just settle into a V shape beside you, and let your face, your head turn and look towards the floor. So I'm turning towards the left, and then releasing any muscles where you're holding on here, letting the hips in particular feel heavy. And taking a couple of quality breaths now into that right side of the body where there should be a gentle stretch. Inhaling here to the whole of the side of the right body, the back of the body. And exhaling. Once more, inhaling. And exhaling. Bringing the head back to look up. Releasing that arm back down by your side. And bringing the right leg down on the floor beside you, or come to the other side straight away. So left foot towards the right foot, or hooked over that right foot. And this time we'll bend the left arm, bringing it up by our ear. If we need to bring a pillow or a block underneath us, we can place that beside us. And then looking away from the bent arm down towards the straight arm, I'm bringing my head now, the right ear down towards the mat, and I'm looking towards the right. Softening here, letting the pelvis feel heavy, the ankles, the shoulders. So really soften into that connection with the earth beneath you. And breathing into the left side of your body this time, inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling all the way into the back of the body, the left side. And exhaling. And bringing your head back to look upwards. The bent arm can come back beside you, and releasing that foot. Lying here in your star pose or a wide-legged shavasana. And we'll come to our first pose now. Bringing your block or book and placing the soles of the feet down on the mat with ease, and softly pushing into the soles of the feet and allowing the pelvis to lift up off the floor a little. To bring a bit more space, if you need, you could come up onto tiptoes. Place your prop underneath your sacrum, underneath your hips. And settling here. I've got my palms facing up, keeping the knees bent and the soles of the feet on the floor. You may want to explore with extending one foot at a time, feeling a stretch through the front of the pelvis there, opening. So I'm just extending my other foot, again extending through the pelvis. And that may be sufficient for you. If you wish to, you may want to come and have both legs extended, feeling that dual stretch through the whole of the front of the hip area of the body. Let the feet feel heavy, the shoulders feel heavy. Breathing into that area where you're feeling a stretch. And exhaling to release any tension. We'll take a couple more. Inhaling. And exhaling to release. Last one. Taking a good quality inhale. Imagining you're drawing oxygen down towards the pelvic area. And then exhaling to soften, to release tension. Drawing one foot in at a time. We're going to lift the pelvis. Don't take the block out from beneath you entirely. See if when you lift onto your tiptoes and maybe lifting the heels up, you can bring the block further up your back. Now it may just be easier to roll off and move the prop behind you, or to sit up. But if it feels nice to try and stay put, see if you can place the base of the prop just underneath the ends of your shoulder blades. Okay, and then coming down, extending the legs out if your low back is feeling okay with that. And depending on the prop you have, you may want to think about what part of your head is down on the pillow or the mat. You might want to see what it feels like to move any props from beneath your head. Bringing a stretch here through the front of the body, across the sternum. Just checking that that feels okay with you. We'll take 2 or 3 good quality breaths here. Softening into the whole of the body. letting the feet feel heavy, letting the hips feel heavy, and letting the shoulders feel heavy. Taking a breath in, feeling the sensation of that breath, perhaps flowing more easily into the front, the top of the lungs. And then exhaling, softening. Inhaling. Exhaling. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Now come out of this stretch really carefully. If you had a prop beneath your head, bring that back underneath just to soften that extension through the front of the chest. Drawing the knees up towards the ceiling, the feet in towards the hips. And then you could either just lift the mid-back and the shoulder blades up off your prop, or if it's more comfortable to, you could come up into a bridge, lifting your back up off your prop and placing it out of the way. Let's just pause here a moment. Palms up to the ceiling, soles of the feet on the mat. So for the next shape, we will fetch our pillows in a moment, and we will do a twist to each side with the support of it. You may feel that you are fine without that support. You may want to just explore some twists. That's absolutely fine. If you are using a prop, let's start with the prop on the left hand side. If you're on a slidey, slippy floor, you may need to budge up on your mat and get your prop onto the mat so that it doesn't roll or slide away. So coming down beside your prop then, I'm going to keep the pillow under my head, bump my hips to the right, and just let my knees drop onto the bolster there. Bringing my arms up into a cactus shape, and you may choose to let your head roll over to the right hand side there. Let the hips start to really soften into the mat. Feeling that connection again with the earth, the support beneath you. Perhaps closing the eyes, and we'll take some good quality breaths, really being careful to draw the air into the whole of the lungs, not overfilling, but a good spacious breath. If you can breathe in and out of the nose, wonderful, but don't worry if not. Keeping the breath soft and gentle and easy. Seeing if you can maintain that focus on your breath. Of course, the mind may wander. See if you can draw that attention back to your inhale and your exhale. As you do so, noticing perhaps more softening happening through the pelvis area, through the shoulders, through that rotation of the spine. So we will come over to the other side, and to do so, if you've got props under your left side, see if you can just roll with that prop over onto the other side, bringing your hips this time over to the left side of the mat, allowing for whether it's a slidey floor, bringing your knees down to the right onto your prop, arms up into cactus, and letting the head roll over this time to the left hand side. You might need to move your feet or your arms to be more comfortable. I'm going to put the pillow in a better position under my head. And then starting to soften again. That whole process we did on the other side. Start to allow the hips, the pelvis to really feel heavy, connected and supported by the mat. The knees by the bolster beneath you or your pillows. Your ankles, your head, your shoulders, your elbows, all softening and feeling heavy and supported by the earth. And starting to bring your attention to the breath this side. Nice, easy breaths, filling the lungs to a comfortable capacity. Feeling that expansion through the ribs, through the abdomen. And with each exhale, feeling that rotation of the spine easing into place a little more. Drawing with it the tendons, the muscles of the back. Softly inhaling. Gently exhaling. Really feeling into that connection with the earth, the support of the mat. Seeing if there's any last bits of tension you can release whilst in this shape. Bringing the head back up to center now, drawing the arms down beside you, knees up towards the ceiling. Putting the bolsters or cushions now underneath your knees or underneath your lower legs, so you might prefer to have your shins and upon the prop, or it may feel nice to have your knees on your prop. And just making sure that your spine feels straight. We've just done a couple of twists. You might want to lift the hips up and draw the spine down nice and straight onto the mat, relaxing your legs back onto your support. If it's cold where you are, then you may wish to put a jumper on. It's sunset outside, and in a moment we will be doing together a guided yoga nidra. And it will be set at sunset. Finding your shavasana then, so hips settling into the mat and your heels nice and wide. You might choose to have your palms facing up, or you may rest them over on your body. Nice and long through the back of the neck. Finding quiet now, a bit of stillness. Settling here. And in a moment I shall guide us through a yoga nidra practice. This is for deep relaxation. So I will give the name of a part of the body, and if you wish to join in with the nidra, you can bring your consciousness, your awareness to each of those locations in the body that I guide us through in fairly quick rotation. So finding that space to settle down. Our yoga nidra practice starts now. Left sole of the foot, left ankle, left lower leg, left knee, left upper leg, right sole of the foot, right ankle, right lower leg, right knee, right upper leg, left side of the waist, right side of the waist, low abdomen, left pelvis, right pelvis, sacrum and low back, the whole of the left leg, the whole of the right leg, left shoulder blade, right shoulder blade, left collarbone, right collarbone, the sternum, space between the shoulder blades, back of the neck, left upper arm, left elbow, left lower arm, left palm of the hand, right upper arm, right elbow, right lower arm, right palm of the hand, front of the throat, tongue, back of the skull, lower lip, upper lip, space behind the eyes, inner left eyelid, inner right eyelid, tip of the nose, left earlobe, right earlobe, right inner ear, left inner ear, the crown of the head, the crown of the head, middle of the mind, middle of the mind, the whole body, the whole body, resting here. Perhaps joining now for a Beltane visualization. Imagine you are standing on a long escarpment of land, a magnificent plateau of land with a steep high drop to an immense landscape below of rivers, of fields and crops, of villages, of people. The sun just setting, glowing gold and shimmering across the rivers, the estuary. Birds and bees and butterflies fill the air. Beautiful wildflowers and shrubs on the land around you, and you're walking barefoot on warm, soft earth. In front of you, you see the glow of a fire, a Beltane fire. You hear joyful laughter, your community, your people, your friends. As you walk towards the fire, the warmth radiates towards you. The laughter gets louder. You feel the joy. Feel your connection with that community. Feel your connection with the soft, warm earth, and feel your connection with that fire. You are part of this land. You are part of this vibrant world, and you are part of this community. You can return here to this fire, to this community, to this landscape, any time you wish to. For now, bringing your mind's eye back to your body. Feeling your hands, your feet, the back of your head, the support beneath you. Either deciding to rest here and stay in this position, or perhaps choosing to bring your hands to your heart center to close practice with me. I wish you peace. Om Shanti.